Anambra State Government reassures of strong partnership with media to achieve set goals. Anambra State Physical Planning Board debunks allegation of seeking inducement from land developer. ECOWAS Court declares Twitter ban unlawful. New Zealand introduces measures to tackle new wave of coronavirus. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning and welcome to the news at 7. My name is Chedema Oranwa. Anambra State Government has appealed to Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, to use its various platforms to sensitize citizens on the need to pay their taxes and levies as at when due. The Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Paul Mosu, who made the appeal when the executive members of the NUJ Anambra State Council paid him a courtesy call in his office in Oka to intimate him on their forthcoming Health Week event, said the taxes and levies will no doubt assist the government in serving the masses better as their taxes work for them. Correspondent Njideka Okoye has details.
The commissioner advised taxpayers to ensure they pay to government coffers, as state government has not authorized any individual to collect for the government. Commissioner also assured of government robust partnership with the media, noting that media is key to the style of the government the present administration wants to run, adding that Professor Chukwuma Soludo is a friend of the media and has good intention to improve the society. The commissioner, while assuring to be part of the NUJ Health Week and maintains good working relationship with the media, urged journalists to be careful, diligent, and accurate in their reportage.
When you begin to talk about change, know fully well that human being is resistant to change. Yes. He can actually be then as a to the government,
Anambra State Government has reiterated its ban on touts operated in any location within the state. Chief of Staff to Governor Chukwuma Soludo, Mr. Ernest Ezajoy, stated this while speaking to some aggrieved tricycle operators who embarked on peaceful demonstration to Government House, Oka. Ejike Abana has details.
According to Mr. Ezajoy, Governor Soludo-led administration, which is barely 4 months in office, is trying out measures to make life meaningful for the masses, including members of the Tricycle Riders Association. He asked them to call the hotlines provided by government to report any wrongdoing, explaining that the monthly payment of 15,000 naira amounts to less than 600 naira daily, while asking keke riders to make sure they enroll into the system by acquiring their identity cards and other modalities. Mr. Ezajoy noted that they have the option of paying 42,000 naira quarterly or 81,000 naira in 6 months and enjoy the rebate that comes with it, pointing out that government is only trying to generate revenue while serving the public at the same time.
Hotline number. Make sure you wear the hotline number. Only them 900 naira tag. When you say that you save your life. Ibahiganako. Hotline number. Yes, we will do. All I need to be there on the 1st of July. Then in 1 month. Government will be there on the 17th of March. I need to maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And you have not come in 3 months. Then on time, how do I not complain? Okay? So,
one of the keke riders, Mr. Kingsley Abba, complained that they still pay 100 naira per passenger at every park, asking government to do their own side of the bargain by stopping every other fee in parks because it is too much for them. As for another operator, Mr. Collins Ago, government should start arresting those who still involve themselves in touting in any form. stressing that keke riders should be in control of the union and not in the hands of people who don't ride tricycles. Also, Chidi Okorafo, who ply Ifite route, explained that one of their problems lies in meeting up with payment for the hire purchase, noting that for those security operatives have chased the touts away on countless occasions, they keep coming back to extort money along that route. They asked the government to simplify the process as majority of them are poor and uneducated.
I know the poor masses in our members. Namaro oti ayesi we me IN nka asna aga emecha before akowa yemana na kuche pe igwe kosi ku government dem sa se kocha bona unwe ndi namaro cha gesi we me ihe nwa unwe ndi not educated at all obuno we another direction government dey yan I get see ejini akowo go na ija I need the direction I don't appear to so oponye blue insanity oponye aka no go take with the government with the government direction I want to hear you. And another thing,
from the government house, Oka, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Public Petitions is assured of amicable resolution of the matter between the upgraded PTA teachers and the Ministry of Education. The committee gave the assurance during the meeting with the two groups held at the House of Assembly complex in Oka. House of Assembly correspondent Chukwuemeka Modelim reports.
About 1,000 upgraded PTA teachers in Anambra State had petitioned the Anambra State House of Assembly, alleging that their appointments were terminated after they had worked for 6 months without pay, and prayed the House to urge the executive arm of government to reinstate them. Consequently, the House directed its Committee on Public Petitions to look into their case and report back to them. In the meeting of the House Committee on Public Petitions with the upgraded PTA teachers and the key officials of the Ministry of Education, the Commissioner for Education, Professor Ngozi Chumude, explained that she does not have a record of the PTA teachers and insisted that the state government has not terminated their appointment. She disclosed that the teachers narrated their ordeal to her after the state government has instructed her to put in place processes for teachers' recruitment exercise. According to Professor Chumude, in her meeting with the teachers, she advised them to key into the recent teachers' recruitment exercise conducted by her ministry as a means of reassessing them. This, she further explained to them, was because the present administration wanted to have a brand of teachers that would move the schools in the state to meet the technological world, adding that they would be given leverages. The commissioner expressed disappointment that most of them who did not heed her advice went online insulting her and scandalizing the government, adding that those of them that participated in the recruitment exercise will come for the oral interview and join the system, while others who did not partake in the exercise will wait for the next assessment to join in the exercise. In their reaction, the PTA teachers, who spoke through their lawyer, Barrister Emeka Ebo, prayed the state government to consider those of them that are qualified in the recruitment of teachers, since they contributed immensely to the development of education. Corroborating their submission, one of the teachers, Mr. Uchenna Eze, apologized on behalf of the teachers for the public insult on the commissioner by some of their colleagues, assuring that such ugly trend would not repeat itself. In his remarks, the chairman of Anambra State House of Assembly Committee on Public Petitions, Honorable Emeka Afoka, said the committee will invite key officials of Anambra State Universal Basic Education Board and the Post-Primary School Service Commission, as well as the immediate past Commissioner for Education, to ascertain why there is no record of the recruitment of the teachers in the Ministry of Education, since they were the people that gave them employment letters. From the State House of Assembly, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
The chairman of Anambra State Physical Planning Board, Mr. Chike Maduekwe, has dissociated himself and his office from an allegation of misconduct and undue request for inducement from an Onitsha-based lawyer, Mr. Harold Ekwereku. Correspondent Eji Cabinet reports that Mr. Maduekwe spoke during a press briefing at the board headquarters in Amobia. His report.
Mr. Maduekwe, a lawyer, had accompanied a joint government task force to demolish structures considered as illegal built on government land near Governor's Lodge, Onitsha, designated as Anambra State Judges' Quarters. According to Mr. Maduekwe, after the exercise, which makes it the 5th time, the developer in question allegedly started sponsoring media publications against his person and office, alleging that he asked him for a plot of land as inducement. He called on the public to disregard such publications, which he described as malicious, while explaining that by publishing lies against him as a lawyer, which contravenes conduct in the practice, Barrister Maduekwe asked him to withdraw the said publication and publish a public apology or risk being served a court process in 7 days.
We were asked to go, that he had done it again, that he had built the walls again. This time around, he blocked the government gate and put his own gate. We arrived in the place, saw that he had blocked, in fact, totally taken, fenced out, including the building already built on the ground by the Ministry of Housing. Of course, we had to carry out instructions we were given to recover the land for government. When we arrived there, he put charms in 2 big coffins, which I'm sure all of you have the visuals. And suddenly last night, I started getting calls from all over the world. This man said that the reason I went to go and demolish his house or his fences was because I asked him for a plot of land and he refused to give me. Let me put it on record. I have no personal interest in that land. He has resorted to blackmail and to tarnish my reputation. I use this opportunity to give Harold Ekwereku, I give him 7 days to retract what he has published and publish an appropriate apology. He will receive a letter today from my lawyers.
Meanwhile, Mr. Ekwereku claims that the land in question belongs to the Okposieke family of Obolieke village, Onitsha, which automatically reverted back to the family at the expiration of a 100-year lease agreement with the federal government. According to him, the land is subject to a leasehold of 1910 and 1945 between the federal government and the Okposieke family, which yielded back to the family reversionary interest in 2009, and the federal government released back the said land to his family. He revealed that the federal government released the first one on the 13th July 2013 and later released the other in 2019. Despite efforts by the state government to establish ownership by a team of security personnel by removing structures considered as illegal for more than 5 times, the developer has continued to encroach on the land. Government of Anambra State under the Ministry of Housing had since commenced development on the site, notwithstanding the continued trespass on the land. Recall that last week, the task force embarked on a demolition exercise of perimeter fencing on the land, where the government issued a directive for the arrest and prosecution of the trespasser. From Onitsha, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Economic Community of West African States Court has declared unlawful the suspension of Twitter by the federal government. This followed a suit by Socioeconomic Rights and Accountability Project and 176 concerned Nigerians, according to SERP. Deputies Director Kolewale Oluwadare. The Ministry of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, announced the suspension of Twitter in Nigeria following the deletion of Buhari's tweet. Then the federal government also threatened to arrest and prosecute anyone using Twitter in the country, while the National Broadcasting Commission asked all broadcast stations to suspend the patronage of Twitter. But in the judgment delivered, the ECOWAS Court declared that it has the jurisdiction to hear the case and that the case was therefore admissible. The court also held that the act of suspending the operation of Twitter is unlawful and inconsistent with the provisions of Article 9 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights and Article 19 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, both of which Nigeria is a state party. The court also ordered the Buhari's regime to take necessary steps to align its policies and other measures to give effect to the right of freedom and to guarantee a non-repetition of the unlawful ban of Twitter. The Philippine Central Bank announced a surprise interest rate hike, raising borrowing costs for the third straight month, and warning more could follow as officials try to rein in the surging energy and food prices. The move follows similar increases around the world as war in Ukraine and supply disruptions fan inflation and increase the financial strain on households and businesses. Bank Governor Felipe Medalla, who was appointed recently by President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., said the Monetary Board had agreed to raise its key rate by 75 basis points to 3.25%, effective immediately. Overnight deposit and lending facilities were increased by the same amount to 2.75% and 3.75% respectively. Medalla said a strong rebound in growth this year suggested the economy could withstand tighter monetary policy. He warned the bank was ready to take further necessary actions to curb inflation. Newfoundland has said it will offer free max and rapid tests as it steps up efforts to tackle a new wave of coronavirus and a record outbreak of flu that are placing increasing pressure on the country's healthcare system. Minister for COVID-19 response, Dr. Ayesha Veral, noted a significant increase in cases of the virus in the past 2 weeks, with the biggest jump among people aged 65 and above. To help curb the spread of the disease, Veral said the government will make masks and rapid tests available for free and expand access to antiviral medication for those at greatest risk of severe disease. It will also step up its second booster campaign and encourage people to get their full vaccine. The statement noted that mask wearing can reduce new cases of the virus by as much as 53%. New Zealand followed a policy of stamping out COVID-19 wherever it emerged for the first 2 years of the pandemic, but relaxed its approach when most people were vaccinated and the fast-spreading Omicron variant emerged. It began the process of reopening its borders earlier this year and is expected to be fully reopened at the end of the month. A total of 94 athletes will represent Nigeria at the forthcoming Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. This was revealed in a statement signed by the Director, Ministry of Youth and Sport Development, Manga Mohammed. The athletes will be accompanied by 21 technical personnel to the Games, which held from July 28 to August 8th. According to the statement made available to our correspondent, Nigeria will be participating in 9 sports, namely athletics, wrestling, judo, para-athletics, boxing, table tennis, para-table tennis, para-powerlifting and weightlifting, with athletics producing the largest contingent, 33, followed by wrestling, which has 11. The athletes currently in training are camped in 3 cities in Lagos, Abuja and Yenagoa. Athletes represented the country in weightlifting, athletics, boxing and para-athletics are camped in Abuja, while para-table tennis, table tennis, judo and para-powerlifting athletes are in Lagos. It was also learned that Team Nigeria would depart for Birmingham July 22. Remember that you can follow news and program on ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Orca. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Anambra State government has reassured of strong partnership with media to achieve set goals. Anambra State Physical Planning Board has debunked allegation of seeking inducement from land developer. ECOWAS Court has declared Twitter ban unlawful. And we also told you that New Zealand has introduced measures to tackle a new wave of coronavirus. Here's the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround the maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news this morning. Many thanks for joining us. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Good morning.